Hello everybody, so in this video we're going to finish off Boogie Woogie by playing it with the backing track all the way through. We're going to do a bit more work on note reading, and first of all we're going to practice how to do a tremolo. Now, what is a tremolo? You might remember when we've talked about this before, it's where you have to shake your bow on the string as fast as you can. I'm going to demonstrate a tremolo right now. Now, when you do a tremolo, it's very important that you are nice and flexible with your right wrist, your bowing arm. So we're going to practice a bit of flexibility. That means moving about nice and easily right now. So first of all, can you make sure that you're holding your bow correctly with your thumb underneath and the pads of your fingers on top? And first thing that I want you to do is just some windscreen wipers side to side, just by moving your wrist. Try not to move your whole arm like this. Just move your wrist. And now we're going to move our wrist forwards and backwards like that. Okay, now when we do a tremolo, we're going to do this on the D string. You need to make sure that the middle of your bow is on the string. So we're not going to be right at the heel like this, and we're not going to be right at the tip down here. We're going to be somewhere in the middle, because that helps you to move about nice and easily. And you also need to make sure that you're just moving the lower part of your arm. So we're not going to move our shoulders like this because that's too slow. If you watch me carefully, I'm just moving mainly my wrist and also my elbow a little bit as well. So please pause the video and have a little practice of doing a tremolo right now. Before we play Boogie Woogie, let's do a quick bit of practice of some note reading. You're about to see some rhythms, and they will have 3 different symbols. Crotchets, which last for 1 beat, remember they are short. Minims, which are longer, they last for 2 beats. And rests, which means you don't play. So here are 4 rhythms. When I pause the video, I would like you to try and work out how they all go, and then have a go at playing them on your violin on the D string. So pause the video now. So to show you how these rhythms go, I'm going to play them on my violin over and over again to a drum beat. What I'd like you to do is listen first, and then when you think you've got the hang of the rhythm, join in on your violin as well on the D string. So let's start with number 1, and that goes like this. Play, 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 rest. Play, 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 rest. Play, 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 rest. Play, play, play. So join in. And stop. So number 2 goes like this. Play, rest. Play, rest. Play, rest. Play, rest. Play, rest. Play, rest. So number 3 has got the minim in it, so this is a long note. So number 3 goes long, short, rest, long, short, rest, long, short, rest. And stop. And number 4 goes like this. Play, rest, rest, rest. Play, rest, rest, rest. Play, rest, rest, rest. Play, rest, rest, rest. And stop. So now we're going to play Boogie Woogie all the way through with the backing track. But before we do that, I would just like to talk for a minute about structure. So structure means how the plan of the music works from start to finish. And I'm going to talk you through the structure of Boogie Woogie right now. So of course it starts with the first line. And remember, this is our Boogie Woogie rhythm of long, long, short, 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 short. Then the second line is the Boogie Woogie rhythm again, but the short notes are A's. So it goes D, D, A, Then the third line is the same as the first. D, 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 D. And then the fourth line is the same as the second. D, D, A, 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 A. Then we go straight onto the fifth line, which has got the rests. A, rest, rest, rest. D, rest, rest, rest. Then it goes D, 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 A. Now after those 4 Ds I played an A. That's because this is the first time through that I have played it. So I go to where it says first time. I played the A, then I've got 3 rests, and then this symbol here with the 2 dots is a repeat mark. So that means we go back to the beginning, back to the first line, and we play it all again. I won't play the whole thing again, but let's skip to the 5th line with the rests. So this is the second time through now. A, rest, rest, rest. D, rest, rest, rest. D, 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 D. Now, because this is the second time through that I've played it, because I did the repeat, I skip the line where it says first time and I go straight to the second time where we have got the D with the wavy line after it. Now remember, that wavy line is telling us to do a tremolo, a shaky bow, which we did at the start of the video. So that means the last 5 notes all together, 4 normal Ds, and then a tremolo D sounds like this. D, 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 tremolo. And you can hold that tremolo on at the end for as long as you like. So last thing now, I am going to play Boogie Woogie all the way through on my violin, and I'm also going to talk us through it as it's happening, and I would like you to join in on your violin as well, please. Just remember, at the beginning there is an introduction and it lasts for 8 beats. So don't start playing the first line until you've heard me count to 8 first. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. D, 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 A, 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 D, 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 A, rest, 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 D, rest, 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 D, D, A, and repeat. D, 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 A, D, rest, 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 D, rest, 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 D.